Welcome back, viewers. This is Wadidja. What did you say? What did you do? What did you think? Welcome, new viewers. We are doing a little grind segment here to get max level that's available during this demo for these characters here that are at level 5, level 4, and level 4. So I want to get to max level, which is level 6. And max world tier, which is currently level 5. What I'm doing is just backing up to the beginning of the main story points at the moment, which gives me 2 missions to run through that are in the Hound's territory. And hopefully we can by doing this, I'm thinking it'll help maximize my drop chance of epics and legendaries. I haven't received any yet. RNG has not been kind in that way. I did see one epic in the vendor, but I didn't have enough to buy it, and it refreshed like immediately. It was weird. It was like before even the time limit was up, it completely just went away. So what I'm going to do is try to save up as much as I can to try to avoid missing any opportunities like that with this grind here. But all in all, I get to get like 6 chests between the 2 missions, and it goes pretty quickly. And so I don't know, rinse and repeat. See how many it takes to get to the max level for the character and max world tier. But this is one of many playthroughs I've already accomplished.
They're saying the Hounds got wiped out.
But,
good to see you.
I don't know. I kind of got hung up on the fact that we couldn't change our character's name, and decided to go with Outrider, like just a general descript, with some Roman numerals behind it to designate the difference between them. But I don't know, it's a little bit of immersion role playing that I'm sort of doing with an idea I have. But I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I'm doing some interesting set of recordings as well of the main story, where I'm doing these scripted run-throughs and alternating between the classes for each video, to try to do something a little unique in the recording. We'll play out this video.
I'm looking for Yakub Dubrovsky. Go away.
Listen, asshole. You got a gun pointed right at your...
What the hell is going on out there?
Sometimes I get these ideas and often feel like I cause myself more trouble than enough. But like this name thing, I mean, like I said, it's unfortunate we weren't able to change it. I mean, with as friendly as the game is, it's kind of a trip. But you know, and also too, I know you only get to see it on your screen, and like for me broadcasting, of course, everybody else gets to see it. But like when you co-op, you know, your network name is what typically shows. But again, you know, I don't know, an aspect of character immersion, I wanted to sort of pretend like these alternate sort of realities that are sort of going on, where, you know, same dude has each one of the different class powers. So I don't know. But again, for the special recordings I'm doing, I really like the way it's coming along so far. But again, you know, this grind segment here is to hopefully maximize the potential for drops.
Now, where's Jakob?
I'd like to rock out.
Nice eyes.
Hey!
Whoa. Whoa, sorry, guys. I thought this was the bathroom. You okay?
I had it under control.
Been a while.
I know you. Kurva! Then I thought you were dead.
You'll soon be dead if you don't get your ass to Shears right now.
Sure. All right. Come meet me there when you're ready.
Shira, I got Jakob out in one piece. He's on his way to you.
That old drunk just refuses to die. Well, you should come join us. We have some catching up to do.
But yeah, I guess, full disclosure on my little idea here with my character names. Like I said, I wanted to go with Outrider, but unfortunately, when you do your character name in a game, number one, you can't use any special characters, and you can't use numbers, and you can't use spaces. So that all kind of like limits your situation drastically. And again, you can't change it at a later date. And so my little story immersion or role playing, however you want to refer to it, is that there was an original Outrider, which is my character here, and they decided to clone him after he got hit by the, you know, when he became altered by the storm and by the planet. Um, you know, while he was in cryosleep, and essentially his clones, as well as himself, are kind of having this shared reality of sorts, um, shared dream, shared memories of, you know, various different
Thanks
instances
again for getting the
in
guy
which
who killed
each one may be doing some
Other
particular
vendors are complaining I'm on.
aspect of everything. Um, so that's the reason, like, when I do my special recordings, I alternate between them. Like, I compile like this special little segment piece where, you know, it kind of re-shows the fact that, you know, I have all four classes and they're kind of like one individual. And I've got a couple of there's a couple of places in like my little spliced together videos where, you know, I'll have all four of them wearing the same thing, and you know, I'll interchange them or splice the different segments in where each one of them is has run the same mission, all wearing the same clothes, but because of the circumstance,
What
you
you
know,
see
each
is
one of
what
them
you get.
has a memory of the same event, essentially. Um, but I don't know. Like I said, it's just my way of just having a little fun with the game, and you know, kind of encouraging myself to
If you
spend
see
time with each
Gutman,
one of them.
tell her I ain't paying no goddamn tariffs.
But you know, we'll see how it goes in the long run. It's kind of a bit of a chore, but you know, I guess a labor of love, so to speak, in trying to get all the segments together properly,
Other
so
vendors
that,
are complaining
you know,
I'm undercutting them.
things look cohesive in my final product. But like I said, I've got all those videos set up in a separate playlist. But you know, another thing too is I wanted to have each mission in quest separate in its own video, instead of having, like, you know, one long drawn out playthrough. And I think it's working out well that way. So far so good anyway. We'll see. But yeah, I'm sort of holding these items here in case I need to do some wardrobe change or whatever for one of my playthroughs. I mean, one of my recordings rather. If, you know, if I'm doing a particular segment which might require
How the hell does the
one or
ECA
more
expect traders to make
of the same character in these different alternate sort of clones, so to speak. But let's see, whoops, I'm in the wrong spot here. So yeah, so, you know, like I said, to sort of rinse and repeat, it's best to just return to the lobby, and that way everything resets properly. But just to reiterate or show you what I'm talking about here, like I said, each one's, you know, like I said, I have these, you know, all four with the name Outrider, and they're all, you know, have their own unique Roman numeral designation, which is essentially their clone number. You know, like, you know, this one here, of course, is that Roman numeral 74. This trickster here is Roman numerals, you know, 2021. The Pyromancer is Roman numeral 19, and this Technomancer is 47. Um, yeah, and I already said the Devastator 74. So I don't know. It's just some numbers that relate to me. Put them together, and um, these are my original uh, playthroughs. I mean, I did all four, and I have some videos earlier when I ran through all of them. But again, I kind of got hung up on this name thing, so I'm gonna hold on to these two characters because I spent a lot of time with them, and they've got a lot of good mods and a lot of good gear. No epics or legendaries, unfortunately, but you know, depending on what I'm able to get, I might not get everything that I have on these two. And when the main game comes out, which I've already pre-ordered, I'll send over whatever I need to if it's anything that's necessary before deleting these two slots and leaving them empty for whatever, they ever come out with another class, or I decide to main one or two of them and want, say, alternate setups without having to go through respecking, or some idea comes to mind or whatever, at least I'll have the two slots open. But that's essentially my frame of mind with everything I have going on there. But again, I mean, my theory is that not only do you want to be the highest world tier you can in playing this game to get the best odds on your drops, and like now for the demos, world tier 5, but I think that it's probably better if you're at the maximum of that world tier as well. It might not have anything to do with it. It may not. I don't know. I mean, I think only like the devs could probably let you know that for sure. No one's really commented on that point. Everybody that I've seen that puts out videos seem to only stress that, you're in world tier 5, not the level of the, how high in the level you are of the world tier. But I feel like maximizing it helps. But by doing this early before going through the rest of the campaign, the main, the story anyway, and the other side missions, there are certain missions that give you rewards at the end, and some of them you can, like one or two, you can choose which rewards you get, and I'm hoping that it might surprise me with an epic or a legendary. Who knows? But definitely going through and opening chests or killing enemies, the boss fights, like, it should definitely put me in a good standing to, maximize my drop chance, basically. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it all goes. See how it all goes.
It ain't fair.
Move along, nothing to see. You've come to the wrong place. We'll rough him up just a little bit more, then we'll talk.
But I am enjoying it quite a bit, though. Certain aspects about this that are fairly refreshing. I mean, it's not without its issues here and there. Every so often I'll come across some little bug or two. Like, I wanted to keep everything consistent with this sort of idea I have with this quote-unquote clones of each other with different class abilities. And in my
what the hell is going on out there?
Of my gameplay, again, I wanted things to stay consistent. And when you start in the prologue, what I decided to do was set it up so that my banner was all the same, my emotes of the characters were all the same. Like, as soon as you get your abilities in the prologue, I guess it's like the last part of the prologue, part 3, so to speak. Yeah, I think it's called Carnage. Is the name of it. And it seems like, you know, you can go ahead and do that and change over everything at that point in time, you know, but for some odd reason, if you try to, you don't do things properly, you feel like you got to back up and redo something, I don't think the testers tested that aspect out, but you can catch a bug where, you know, you will wind up having to, the game might crash on you. At least it is with a PS4 Pro. But yeah, I even ran across it with a character that was already, like, you know, one of the other characters I had already maxed out, but, well, for the demo, maxed out anyway. So it's kind of weird how, like I said, you change things with the banner and your emotes, but then you don't go on to play the game and decide to feel like, you know, you need to go back and correct something. Like, it could potentially crash the system, which is sort of strange. But there's a labor of love basically to get everything set up properly.
Now, where's Jakob?
And like I said, the vendor gets a little funky too. The old dude that looked like Grumpy Santa. He, like, you know, it'd say like 15 minutes, half hour, whatever for the inventory to change. And for the sale item or the regular stuff. So I'll say want to double check something in my inventory or whatever and back out or something like that, or just go to the other vendor to see what's up. And when I come out or go back into that vendor, the old dude, you know, his inventory is completely changed. It's so strange.
Nice
I do
eyes.
not know. It's like something buggy about it. That's all I gotta say.
Whoa.
But it will refresh itself way before it's supposed to, which completely sucks. You know, because you could, you know, if you don't have the correct currency, or you think that you know, you have time to,
I got Jakob
say,
out in
run
one piece.
another
He's on his way.
mission to get
That
what you
old
need
drawing
to get
just
to
refuses
buy
to
whatever
die.
before the said time limit is up,
Well, you should come join us. We
Good
have
luck.
some catching up to do.
and still seeing the same thing in his for sale. So, you know, you want to definitely save up, you know, so that you have what you need if you see something that you want to get. And I think you can have like up to 25,000 of the currency, scrap currency, I think. So again, like I'm trying my best not to buy anything until I have like a nice stack in there, because the epics that can be in the store can run you, you know, upper 3,000, 4,000 scrap. You know, for clothing item. I haven't seen a weapon item yet as far as what that price might be. So my guess is they at least have like 10, maybe 15,000 just sitting in, you know, this is saving, so to speak. You know, before I start, like, you know, buying, and try to keep that in there. Don't go below that before I start buying various different.
Thanks again for getting the
things that
guy
I
who
might
killed
think
poor Mr. Chang.
are beneficial. Oh, I didn't need to go in there. You know, like for example, like before I would buy something like this, you know, and make sure that I broke it, you know, either used it until I got something better, or broke it down.
What you see is what you
I shudder to think what we did in our past lives. More altered.
So like I said, you want to definitely make sure you have your savings set up.
Outrider, be careful out there. It's bad.
I'll see what I can do. Shira, I still got about 30 years of questions to catch up on.
So if you make it back in one piece, come and ask me. But I don't promise I'll have all the answers.
Honor me, Alton. See what wonders I have for sales.
Need to concern yourself with the game, as far as making sure you have, you know, the scrap saved up to buy what you need when you see it, versus thinking that it's going to still be there when you come back.
It was about
Whose
orders?
This kind of grind helps with that, and again helps maximize your potential drops when you go
Shira,
through the main campaign.
I got some
when
business
the
in
main
Hound's
game
territory.
comes out, I'll probably
What can you tell me about
like
their
that
leader,
where,
this guy Barker?
you know, I
He
go
fights
ahead
dirty,
and level up
preys on
to,
the innocent. His men are loyal because they're terrified of him.
Did you let this guy run things inside your walls?
let's see
He's
here,
too well fortified at the bottom
like
of the
these
rift.
world tiers
I'm
here,
fighting
so
one damn war already. I can't afford another.
Seems the Hounds have outlived their use for this
75,
too. Good thing I
75.
came along.
Like I before I kind of like advance with the rest of the game, I'd probably take my legendary drop modifier up to 100 at least. But you know, I might be a freak about it and just grind out something real early and get my modifier as high as I can get it before progressing through the main storyline through my first run. Because I mean, I feel like that's where you're going to get your best options for getting, you know, legendary drops, epic drops. So why not grind it out at a, you know, on something like this, where, hang on, where's my character level? I'm gonna wait till I claim that. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna wait till I get to my
They're
highest
saying the
level
Hounds
before I
got
claim that.
wiped out.
But yeah, basically go ahead and
Before somebody
grind it out to your highest level, you know, on something early. That way you can build up your savings, you can build up your materials, and you'll be in a real pretty position to buy whatever and have the best aspects of drops on whatever world tier you feel like you can roll with. I mean, it's I don't know. I think it's kind of relative, 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other, as far as how long it might take you to run through things if you want to maximize your situation. Because you could just run through the game initially and not do a grind to get to your highest world tier, your highest character level, at which point in time, probably later on, you'll have to do a grind. But again, you're kind of missing out on, you know, going through the main campaign, you know, with a good challenge too. You know, if you're able to
Barker
get to
will be
whatever
down here
maximum world
somewhere.
tier you can handle. But you know, like I said, the main idea is to have to maximize the drop on whatever you decide to get. Loads people. Absolutely ridiculous. yeah, I love how this Devastator literally devastates shit. Devastate. Devastate you. But yeah, it's interesting how this game is an interesting combination of a lot of things that have come out. I feel like, you know, they were like, hey, what was good with a lot of things, what was bad, let's try to just give a self-contained package, because, you know, for me on third-person type games, because I can't mess with first-person games, I get motion sick too bad, and I'm not taking a bunch of Dramamine just to play a game, but, which means I have missed out, unfortunately. But, you know, as far as third-person games are concerned, it's definitely got that whole Mass Effect appeal to it. I see a good taken from that. Space Lords, which is another game that this seems to have evolved from, you know, Horseshoe Division type situation. I significantly don't do as well talking and trying to play at the same time. So I gotta focus or get my ass whooped the wrong way. Because for some, there might be a right way. So yeah, so we're at World Tier 5, which is good. So 2 more character levels to go, and we'll be set. But yeah, I wish I could make up my mind on which character to main. I mean, they're all so cool, and each one has their own particular niche, and you know, it's a thing of trade-offs as far as like, you know, positives or negatives. I mean, it's completely up to you. I mean, they're all exceptionally effective. You know, as long as you respect said limitations and said strengths for each character. But definitely,
good to see you again.
You'll be leaning towards, of course, the Devastator and the Trickster.
Well, well.
Well, you just made a lousy day 2.5% better.
But
besides, with Mr. Chang gone, I still need
Pyromancer is decent.
Anything you
decent.
see, happy to give you a better.
And you know, so is the Technomancer, excuse me. So yeah, man, we'll see. Like I said, I definitely want to wait till I get to level 9, and I want to get these resources.
Thanks again for
get
getting the
that
guy
higher.
who killed poor Mr. Chang.
I think we can save up to 25,000. Getting kind of accustomed to this. These two shotguns I'm running with here. These automatic shotguns. Kind of liking it a lot. Put those on. We got Bloody Crush. Inflict bleed on enemies. Damage by the skill. Okay.
Ain't nothing free.
Those that don't know,
Oh,
the reason why you don't see a helmet on my characters, you have an option to allow the helmet to show or to not show. And I can show you where that is as soon as I finish in this. But, I don't know. The other, from what I've seen so far, the other, yeah, the other altereds in the game don't seem to wear helmets at the moment that I'm seeing. I'm sure they probably will later. Oh, here's the one I'm trying to save. Okay. Like I said, I'm saving the same outfit across all the characters. I think I accidentally sold it on one of them, but I don't know. I think I can work it out eventually. But, you know, in case I have, I need to do like a video segment where I splice them all in some way, shape, or form, or whatever. The concept.
Other vendors are complaining I'm undercover.
Hit me up, Cars.
Let's repeat. Yeah, I figure I go ahead and save, you know, record these little grind segments, save it for posterity's sake, offer it for those that may come across it. Perhaps some of my jibber jabber might help them in whatever they're trying to work out with, or any ideas they might want to nurture. But yeah, when it came to the character name, I was like, oh, I can't name the character. All four of the characters the same name. I mean, it's like a different class. Like, why couldn't the save file be attached to the class versus the name of the character? I mean, then you could have the same, pretend it's the same person or same character, or alternate realities, clones, the alternate dimensions, timelines. You could go with whatever, you know what I mean, to kind of immerse yourself in the scenario. But the fact that you have to change the name kind of sucks. I mean, I guess you could still do you know, ad lib on that point in one way or another. But I mean, that's kind of like what I did with it. I mean, the fact, you know, having these sort of different versions of the very same character, you could run with it, that concept, in a lot of different ways. But Like I said, I'm kind of going with this sort of clone idea, but with with shared memories. But I don't know.
Guy's crazier than a super. Hit me.
Hey, it ain't fair.
I was thinking about going with like different versions of my name, like different different languages might spell it differently. I was thinking about doing something like that, but I don't know. I don't know. Just started losing weight a little bit, and like certain languages, I wasn't sure. Like I don't know, just wasn't quite fitting as well with the immersion that I was looking for. But I'm definitely not going to change it though. I'm leaving it the way it is. Fuck it. I mean, it's way too much effort to have to go through changing this, that, and the other. And once the main game comes out and I switch over what's in the other two characters that I'm going to, other two save slots that I'm going to delete.
What the hell is going on out there?
Change a few things, to do another character if I want. Yeah, if you're on fire, it helps to roll. Level 6, y'all. One more level up. Level 7. Come on. Yeah, you can definitely feel the
Now where's
amped up progression. But it'd be interesting to see what these other world tours are going to be like, and these different other difficulties. I'm sure at some point in time they're going to be spawning more enemies, but hopefully it has some degree of surrealism or whatever, because it's sort of like, you know, especially when it comes to like the human enemy, like there ain't but so many damn humans on the planet. So I mean, how many enemies can you constantly have spawning? So now that little monsters or critters on the planet, I'm sure they could go ham on that point. But I mean, again, hopefully it has some kind of realistic feel to some degree, you know, or like just you know, within the fantasy realm of things.
Shira, I got Yak about in one piece. He's on his way to you.
You know, just
That old drawing
hordes and hordes
to
of
die.
enemies can just
Well,
be
you
silly.
should come join
You
us.
know,
We
I'd
have some
rather
catching
have
up
some.
to do.
You know, it almost seems like it's kind of lazy programming too to not have, you know, some the enemies be tougher in various different ways, as well as, you know, the AI is set up to give you a challenge in their mechanics. It'd be interesting to see what happens on these higher levels of difficulties. Really interesting. But thus far, I mean, when you get to tier 5, like I said, I feel like the enemies are definitely far more accurate with their shots, far more aggressive, their frequency of engagement, you know, and I mean, you know, of course, they've kind of got this sort of all-knowing mentality, like, you know, like they know exactly where your health is, they know exactly how, you know, vulnerable you may be. They know if your abilities have refreshed or not. You know, you know, it's a little lame in a way. Like, how would they know all that? You know, but it seems like game designers feel like that's the only way they can provide a challenge for you, is to be sort of, you know, have the enemy in the game being omnipotent in these various different ways, just all knowing about your particular circumstance, which to me, I don't know. I'm not a game designer, so I don't know. Maybe that's the only way they can do it. I have no idea. But as far as providing a challenge.
Outrider, be careful out there. It's bad.
I'll see what I can do. Shira, I still got about 30 years of questions to catch up on.
So if you make it back in one piece, come and ask me. But I don't promise I'll have all the answers.
Come see what wonders I have for sale. Between...
Should... Who's... Barker!
Good to see you again.
Hey, Shira. I got some business in Hound's territory. What can you tell me about their leader, this guy Barker?
He fights dirty, preys on the innocent. His men are loyal because they're terrified of him.
Would you let this guy run things inside your walls?
He's too well fortified at the...
Inside your walls. Throat's dry.
The Hound's hideout. Barker will be down here somewhere. Looks like the scumbag who killed Chang was telling the truth about the hounds.
Watch where you're going.
Good to see you again. You'll be pleased to know the hounds are still scared shitless to come around here.
Well, need a vendor.
Thanks again for getting the guy who killed poor Mr. Chang. Thanks again for getting the guy who killed poor Mr. Chang. Good to see you again. You'll be pleased to know the hounds are still scared shitless to come around here.
Other vendors are complaining I'm undercutting them. Suckers. Ain't nothing free. Alter.
Dying didn't help get me to my max tier there, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. As you saw, I hovered over where you break down your once you mark what you're gonna break down, it shows you what mods you'll wind up receiving.
It ain't fair.
Move along, nothing to see here.
Tormenting this dude just fucked up.
You've come to the wrong place.
Oh, you do notice actually later in when I do the second mission, they do drop this dude. I'll show you the result of that when we come back through.
What the hell is going on out there?
Yeah, the AI definitely gets smarter the further you go up in the world tier. They strategically place themselves around you. They know exactly what your range is with your melee. Like, it's funny. Whoa, bro. I'm trying to keep moving around. Damn. Sit down with all that shit. Motherfucker. Don't have me some fun.
Now where's Yakum?
I might even have to max World 5, Tier 5 yet. Don't play with it. They will hurt you. I don't know if it's easier or more beneficial to open a chest after you clear the level or not. I don't know. I'm trying it both ways at times. I mean, that's how I did it at first. Like if I saw a chest, I just open it. Now I'm just waiting till after I finish, you know, dealing with the boss or whatever in sequence.
I got Yak about in one piece. He's on his way to you.
That old drunk just refuses to die. Well, you should come join us. We have some catching up to do.
But yeah, between these two missions, there's 6 chests all together. And the drops do improve as you level up. I'm looking forward to this being the case when I run through the rest of the campaign. Like I said, I'm going to get all the characters up before I continue. How you doing there? How was it? Our power? Welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, just getting my grind on, leveling up this character here, getting the world tier up before I move on with the rest of the story. I'm about to exit out to the lobby to refresh all this, but you'll see that I've put some time into this already. I decided to sort of rename my characters the same, so that's why I'm going through all this now. Yeah, it's nice. It's definitely nice. I mean, if you have a system, PS4 or whatever you have, computer, Xbox, I mean, it's cross-platform, so get on it with whatever system you have. It's definitely worth playing. And the demo is going to be available to play even after the main game comes out. And of course, everything you do in the demo, from what they're saying, will transfer to the main game as well. So it's, you know, it's a win-win-win type thing, and it's cross-platform playing. So if you're on PC and your other friend is on PlayStation or whatever, you know, everybody can still have a good time.
Outrider, be careful out there. It's bad.
I'll see what I can do. Shira, I still got about 30 years of questions to catch up on.
So if you make it back in one piece,
yeah, this is a demo.
But I don't
it's not a beta or anything like that. It's the full.
Thanks again for getting the guy who killed poor Mr. Chang.
It's the full demo, so this is exactly what the main game's going to have for this first part.
Come see what wonders I have for sale.
And with the demo, you're able to get up to World Tier 5, and there's like 15 World Tiers altogether.
How about a little hot tea?
And you can get your character level up to level 7.
Not much of an inventory.
And, you know, it allows you to get a good head start on the game if you ever do decide to want to buy it. And like I said, with the demo being available even after the game launches, whenever you do decide to get in on it and actually decide to purchase the main game, it'll still be valid, relevant, and
what can you tell me about their leader, this guy
And I don't think having the demo is going to exclude you from paying with people who have the full version of the game when it comes out, because this first part is exactly what everybody else will be playing. You know, you just won't be able to enjoy the rest of the campaign. But you know, they to me, they've really changed the script on just enjoying the game for what it is. You know, you pay whatever to get it, you wait for it to go on sale or whatever, but you know, it's no microtransactions involved with it. You know, it's self-contained. There's a lot going on. Like they claim it's like 30-40 hours worth of gameplay for the main story, and then another like 15-18 different, you know, campaigns after the main story when the full game comes out. So, you know, 4 different classes of characters to play. So it's plenty to do and enjoy. Definitely. It's nice there. Our power.
The Hound's hideout. Barker will be down here somewhere.
But yeah, this Devastator is very enjoyable. But I'll be honest with you, I I haven't been able to figure out who to actually main, and I want to have a main character that I enjoy. I've always been kind of a get your favorite kind of thing kind of guy, like, you know, some people like variety, the spice of life or whatever. For me, I like knowing what it is I'm going to enjoy and enjoying it. Appreciate it, Our Power. Thanks for stopping through. Definitely enjoy if you decide to get it. Oops. Appreciate that, dear Hour. Yeah, I've heard a few people say that before as far as the voice is concerned. I mean, yeah, I even had a few friends like, dude, you should do some voiceover work and shit. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, appreciate it. Action Johnny Flip. It's an interesting lag with the chat. I'll see that you sent something in chat, but then it takes a second for it to register on my phone, because I'm using the phone to monitor the chat while I'm playing. You seem to be doing well with the English. I mean, but yeah, I mean, what you mind sharing what your native language is? But yeah, I mean, it's, you know, you're doing well in chat. Good for you, man. And you seem to understand me well, so.
Fuck off!
Right on. Let's see, about to turn over to level 7. And almost to max world tier. That's not bad. Getting there. Let me see what my next character's going to be here. That I'm going to level up next. Let's see. So I kind of have this listed out. I think the next one I'm going to do is the Technomancer. Then the Trickster. Then the Pyromancer. I think that's how I'm going to do it. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Oops.
Thanks again for getting the guy who...
Oh yeah, the game does have multiplayer. I just saw your message there.
Well,
Power.
I was hoping I'd see you around these...
Well,
like I said, it's co-op up to 3 different players, and it's cross-platform. So again, if you have PC, Xbox, PlayStation, whatever you know system you have, I don't think it's for Nintendo or anything like that, but for basically your main consoles, it's available for you to enjoy with everyone.
How the hell does the ECA
But yeah, they talked
traders
about doing more than 3 people teams, you know, like, you know, 4 or 5 or whatever, but they said it was just too confusing and you know, not as enjoyable with having more than 3 players. It just got kind of out of hand, which I can respect, and it's kind of refreshing not to have like 4 or 5, 8 different people running around. And with the nature of these abilities that you have, you got a lot of leeway. Oh, excellent! Good for you there, Hour. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, like I said, with it being a free demo, why not take advantage of it? Good for you. Yes, sir. The demo is free. Again, the main game, you know, the full version of the game isn't free, but the demo's free. So definitely take advantage of it while you know. And from what I understand, it's always going to be available to play, even when the main game comes out. So, and everything you do is going to transfer as well.
Altered or not.
Right on. What system are you playing on? Is it PC or Xbox, PlayStation? I forgot what the other new thing is out. What was that? Anomaly Power 159.
What you see is what you get.
Lead. Okay, see that little icon you see says bleeding impulse, and then on the right it looks like 4 little small squares. That means that I've broken down and I have that mod in my inventory. Oh, okay, PS4 and PC. Okay, right on. Well, yeah, whichever one has the better performance for you. And I mean, what's cool is that you could download it for free on your PC, download it for free on your PlayStation, and see which one performs better.
If you see
you know, and
tell her I ain't paying
you know, whatever your budget is, you know, work it out accordingly, and hopefully get the main game at some point, because I'm sure, you know, it'll eventually go on sale. And I mean, you know, and what's nice is that, you know, if you want to play with friends, or you know, like I said, you can message me up. I'll run with you. But either way, though, from what I understand, that you'll be able to do so even with the demo, and you know, you just won't be able to advance past a certain point. You know, when the full game comes out.
How the hell does the ECA expect traders to do
everything? Your progress won't be lost.
What about your daughter? Can she help you?
Oh, right on.
They took her too.
Yeah. Excellent. PC power. For our power. Let's see here. Getting our savings up. That's one thing you want to do, like with this grind that I'm doing here. I'm getting my scrap up. That's the currency in the game. And, you know, you've got common, uncommon. Like, this is considered rare. Then the level above that is purple, which is epic. And then above that is legendary. And sometimes the store, the vendor here, will sell epic gear, but it's about 3,000 to 4,000 of the scrap. So you want to definitely save probably maybe 10,000 or more, just in case, you know, this vendor and the other one might, have something that's epic. Because people have reported that if one vendor has something that's epic level, the other vendor will have
What you
something
see
that's epic level
is
too.
what you get.
Oh, awesome. Guten Tag. Well, I don't know what hour
Good
is
to
it
see
in
you
German?
again.
Is it morning?
You'll be
Guten
pleased to know the
Guten
hounds are
Morgen?
still scared shitless to come around here.
Check my world clock. I don't know, my pronunciation might be a little off there. I apologize. But yeah, thank you. I'm glad you tuned in. Glad you're enjoying it. You know, you do have the option to compare your gear. So yeah, I'll sell this because, again, if you look at what I'm showing you here on the screen here, I'm comparing these two pieces of gear, but you'll see the mod at the bottom left, like this on the left hand side, it's called Bleeding Impulse, and on the right, the other mod is called Extra Time. But if you look at this Bleeding Impulse, underneath of the number 28, you'll see these little squares. That means that I've broken down a piece of gear and I have this mod in my mod collection already. And once you collect the mod, you only need to collect it once. Oh my. Reading German. Nutchen Schonen? Have a nice day. Okay. Cool. But yeah, like I said, this is this mod here, Bleeding Impulse. You see that these four little squares underneath the number 28? That means that I've broken down the gear and I have the mod in my inventory of mods. And again, you only need to collect the mod once, and you'll always have it when it comes to building or construct or crafting, because that's another component to the game too, is crafting. So because I've already broken down this mod, I'm going to go ahead and sell this piece of gear to the vendor to get that 188 scrap, because again, I'm trying to build my savings up.
Good to see you again. You'll be pleased to know the hounds are still scared shitless to come around here.
Give me the good stuff.
Oh, awesome. Welcome. Thank you. Appreciate you. Like I said, I'm glad you stopped through. It's nice to have a little company while I'm going through the grind. But yeah, almost done with this character on leveling. Have you seen any other previews, or are you familiar with the other classes for the game? Because this one I'm working with here is called the Devastator. And so yeah, this is the icon for the Devastator, this sort of yellow gold. Then there's the Trickster, and then there's the Pyromancer, and then there's the Technomancer. But after I finish this Devastator, if you have a preference for what you'd like to see, I'll go ahead and play one of the other, whichever one you'd recommend, because there's the Trickster, the Pyromancer, and the Technomancer. I had planned to do the Technomancer next, but again, for what I'm doing, it doesn't matter which one I complete leveling up. But yeah, you can, once you've completed a point in the story campaign, you can go back to a previous point and redo it, you know, and get whatever chance at the drops that are available, and rewards, which is very friendly. Sometimes you know, like a lot of people think that you have to complete the whole campaign and before you can go back, but for whatever point that you've completed, you can actually backtrack at that point, which, like I said, it's beneficial for me to do that because I want to get to the maximum level to have the best chance at my drops. But yeah, in case you're not familiar, the Devastator that I'm using here, that's what it's called, Devastator. It's got earth abilities. As you see, he's punching the ground. He's forming a hard shell around his body. So, you know, it's using earth abilities. They consider it the tank in this sort of class of characters. You need to get up close and personal to do maximum damage as well as heal. Like, there's no healing packs or spells or anything like that. You know, you get heals off of killing enemies. I don't know if you're familiar with a game called Space Lords,
Ain't nothing free.
but it's a lot like that game where, you know, you have to actually fight in order to heal yourself.
It ain't fair.
You know, the other character they have is the Pyromancer, which is, you know, like its namesake, pyro meaning flame. It uses fire to combat enemies in various different ways. It's a lot of people kind of regard it as a caster, like, you know, a mage or magical type thing. But, you know, it basically, you know, the Pyromancer can cast flames, similar to how this Devastator could punch the ground and you see the earth being sent forth. The Pyromancer can punch the ground and send forth flames or cause an enemy to combust and explode. It's considered a medium range class of in the game. And the way you heal from that character is you have to mark an enemy and then kill it.
What the hell is going on out there?
The other character is the Technomancer, which is considered the healer in the game. It can, you know, unlike the other characters that need to do something in order to heal, like I have to kill the enemy first in order to get any help. The Technomancer can just shoot an enemy and gain health as it's shooting the enemy. It can also conjure up mechanical devices and, you know, like throw grenades or set up a turret, and even the abilities that it may cast will allow it to heal from the actual gunfire or weapons use of the Technomancer. So similar to its namesake, it uses technology. Yeah, I'll be on over the next few days, definitely. You know, I still have some things that I want to do. I'm doing these sort of video projects where I'm preserving the gameplay. So yeah, I'll be around, definitely. Come back, check me out. And if you're up and going, you can always send me an invite too to join your gameplay. After I leave out of this mission, I'll show you what I'm talking about, where you can co-op with up to 3 people, or 2 other people, 3 altogether. But you can send out people an invitation to join your game. Regardless, like I said, whatever, you know, you can put it on PC, it will still work that way. Kill me. Hold on, let me focus here. I'll check the chat in a second. They get pretty freaking aggressive. Oh, got me. Okay, definitely. Come on back when you can. Thank you again for stopping through and subscribing and liking. And like I said, it was a good conversation. And definitely do enjoy if you know you get the game and download it. It's definitely worth the time. All right, will do. You too.
Now, where's Jakob?
Aggression has definitely kicked up. Whew. Intense. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Looking forward to it. Yeah, just hit me up with a message or check to see if I'm broadcasting. Like I said, thank you again.
Nice eyes.
Hey! Whoa. Whoa, sorry, guys. I thought this was the bathroom.
Thought this was the bathroom.
Shira, I got Jakob out in one piece. He's on his way to you.
That old drunk just refuses to die. Well, you should come join us. We have some catching up to do.
Yeah, have a good day too. See you later, definitely. Enjoy. I know I need to stop dying. The only penalty to dying in the game is they do set your world tier back. It's like trying to say, you know, you might not be ready for the level of difficulty. So you don't want to die too much. Temporal, see, that's the trickster. That's one of the other class. Temporal blade is a close range skill that slows down enemies. Yeah, the trickster controls time.
Good to see you again.
Oh yeah, thank you as well. You're welcome. Yeah. No, it's not the wrong. It's the wrong one. What's this one? Oh yeah, that's this goodbye one. This loot. Flex. Yeah, they actually have some silly emotes. Let's see. So this is the customization, and this is where you have your emotes that you get. Like I said, they've got some pretty silly ones, and you get these for free. There's no pay to play. You know, you just earn them through your accolades, which are here. So you know, like if you shoot a certain amount of enemies, you know, like this one here, double gun master, kill 225 enemies with a double gun, you know. So it's like all the different weapons in the game, if you use them a particular way, you know, you'll get an accolade which will give you different customizations. Like you'll be able to customize your flag, like what I've done here. You'll get these, you know, unique looking sigils that you can apply to your flag, and you know, these are what you post in the game, in the in the world of the game. You plant these flags down to fast travel from one place to the other. And you know, like I said, so you get different paint color swatches and different designs that you can apply. And like I said, and then you get, you know, these various emotes. And also too, there will be a vehicle that your character can ride around in. It's sort of like a mobile base away from, you know, the main fort. And you know, that has some customizations too, that you can earn through playing the game. And I believe there's like a little package or something of to say thank you if you pre-order too. It's called, I think, the Hounds of Hell or something like
Outrider,
that.
Be careful out there. It's bad.
We'll see
But
what
I'm
I
gonna
can
run
do.
down real quick and show you this co-op thing.
I still got about 30 years of questions to catch up on.
With
So
the
if you make it back in
multiplayer
one
aspect
piece,
of the
come
game.
and ask me. But I don't promise I'll have all the answers.
So like I said, this is what I was talking about as far as the flag is concerned. Right, you know, right here. um, you know, where you can design it, and that's your fast travel post. And this is the multiplayer part where you can find a party. So you can join a random team, you can play with friends, you know, and so if you wanted to do crossplay, you can generate a code and then send that to your friends in your list here, and then, you know, or you can, if they sent you a code, you can join the game using their code. I tried to cross-platform gameplay like the first day it came out, and it seemed a little, I wasn't getting mastered on anybody, it seemed a little buggy, but this is where you can go into your options and you can enable crossplay or disable it. I noticed that I was able to matchmake a little easier if I didn't have crossplay enabled, so that's the reason why it's off right now. Plus 2, I'm trying to do this grind solo for right now. I could probably, let's see, I could turn this on, and I don't know, somebody might join me, I don't know. There, I'll see. Right. So this is where you set your, whether you want to have like a closed online session or not, open or friends only. So I'm going to put it on open. You can also too have automatic pickups for loot based on the rarity. You know, if you want to make sure you pick up everything, like if you die in the mission or have to respawn or you leave an area without picking up things, this will automatically pick up your loot for yourself. That's cool there, Attack Gamer. Yeah, I tend to care a little bit more than the average. But yeah, it's, you know. And this is also too where you can turn your option to put your helmet on or off. But you know, you always maintain the stats. So like if I turn that off and go into the game, now my character has the helmet on the way that you see it in the inventory, like right here. So like I said, you always wear your helmet, but you have the option in the game to make it visible or not visible. I like just showing my character's face. I noticed that because they have these special abilities and they're considered immortal, like they act like they don't need to wear a helmet, so that's what I'm doing, like. So yeah, so I turn that off. But yeah, welcome to the stream there, Attack Gamer. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see, I'm trying to wait till my character gets to, oh, I must be I'm max level. Alright, like I said, the character can get to max level 7. Thank you, Attack Gamer. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome again. But yeah, with me being at max level and I've got to World Tour 5, I'm going to go ahead and claim this reward now. Thank you. And let's see here. I think like 1 or 2 more runs should do it as far as getting to the max world tier with this character. Let me see if it's something I can sell real quick. Level 9. Yeah, I've been around for a minute. I don't do it like, I don't do it full time. I've never really put, you know, serious effort into be like a major broadcaster or something like that, but I do enjoy it, and I like sharing my gameplay. I don't, I'm not trying to, do it for the popularity. I do it because I like to share the experience with others, and it's good to meet folks and everything too. But like right now with the game, with the demo, your max level gear you can get is level 9, just to let you know. So I'm gonna hold on to that. Anomaly power. Oh, that's a good one. So yeah, we can go ahead and sell these. And again, you probably weren't in here earlier, Attack Gamer, when I was explaining that you want to get your currency. You want to have a good savings of at least 10,000 on the base for your currency, which is scrap, in case you see something in the store, the vendor, to want to buy. Let's see here. Raggedy boots. Oh, wait a minute. You see, right now I'm not using this extra time. Reflect bullets increases the skill's duration by 20%. Oh, I think I have a class point I can assign. Okay. Anomaly power, max health. Thank you, Hour Power. Yeah, I'm a decent guy, I think. I always say I'm a good man. Maybe not the nicest of guys, but I'm a good guy. I'm a good man. Not, it's an odd thing to say, but yeah. Let's see, seismic scope. I kind of like this. So this is your tree where you can actually spec out your character. You can reset the tree at any time you want. Like I could just, take out those skill points, put them in wherever else I want to. You can actually branch off however you want, or go straight through to, say the maximum of a particular area. From what I understand, when the main game comes out, you'll be able to have 20 points to assign anywhere you want within this skill tree to personalize your character however you'd like. So to me, that gives a lot of variation and a lot of variety to the gameplay.
Other vendors are complaining I'm undercutting them. Suckers.
Not quite ready to buy just yet.
What you see is what you get.
Let me check this out.
Good to see you again. You'll be pleased to know the hounds are still scared shitless to come around here.
Honor me, Altered. See what wonders I have for sale.
Another time, mister. I'm having one shitty day.
Bitter wind blows for us all. Come, how about a little hot tea?
just a hot tea.
Not much of an inventory.
Don't mind all these.
Yeah, if you want me to play out the cinematics, I can let them play out a little bit.
Old man.
Just sort of keeping the action rolling. I mean, the cinematics are pretty decent. I mean, the sound and the vocals are off just a little bit every so often, but
He was about to show me the good
it's
stuff.
not a very
Just acting on
complicated
orders.
storyline, but I do enjoy it.
Whose orders?
Barker, he runs the Hounds gang. He's trying to take out all the
All
vendors
right,
in
Our
Rift Town
Power.
who work for him.
Take care.
First fucking day.
Thank you for coming through there, Our Power. Let's see.
Hey, Shira.
But yeah, hope
I
to
got
see you
some
later
business
on in the
Hound's
week.
territory. What can you tell me about their leader, this guy?
And definitely
Barker?
let me know if you
He
download
fights
the game and
dirty,
enjoy it.
Preys on the innocent. His men are loyal because they're terrified of him.
And you let this guy run things inside your walls?
He's too well fortified at the bottom of the rift.
everything I had.
I'm fighting one damn war all.
They took horse.
And if I didn't die those 2 times earlier, I probably would have been at max world tier by now. Boo, my end. Boo. All right. The waving emoji.
The Hound's hideout. Barker will be down here somewhere.
Which weapon do I have here? 462. 462. Okay. I do believe they just tried to kill me. Russian Johnny roll. It's ridiculous the way he smashes through these enemies. It's like he's making a slushy or something. It's just absurd. It's like, no matter how far away you are, if you do a headshot on the enemy, you always hear it explode. It's ridiculous. It's morbidly funny.
Fuck off! You can't take her back!
Who, the girl? This isn't a rescue, you Barker.
Do I know you?
Barker.
Mr. Chang sends his regard.
I don't know if you all are familiar with the black entertainer and comedian. His name is Wayne Brady, but I think this character looks a lot like Wayne Brady. But yeah, like I said, it's kind of funny to me. But yeah, you can actually change your character's look at any point in time you want. And it's funny how many different options you have to changing things in the game. You can respec your character anytime you want. You can change the look of your character anytime you want. You change your gear. The modding, the crafting system in this is very robust and very friendly. But the one thing you can't do is change the name of your character once you've created it. Like that is just... it's just terrible. I wish they would have tied, you know, your character to your, class. But I guess if they did that, then you probably couldn't create more than one of the same class. Like there's something about the programming where you can't have the same name spelled the same way, or it gets confused. So, you know, instead of being able to only have, however they have the programming set up, instead of only being able to use one Devastator, for example, or, you know, one Trickster, you know, you can have multiple versions of the same class of character, but you have to make sure you name them differently. But this is where you go to change your appearance whenever you want. You know, these are the different face types and what have you. That you can have, and each face type and bone structure is kind of like a different ethnicity of some sort, because the different skin tones will look different depending on which bone structure, face type, body type, to me / ethnicity you decide to choose. But the character I'm choosing, even though this is the palest skin color available, he still looks fairly swarthy or brown, whatever. There seems to be only like one or two options that offer a pale complexion, I think. Really, it just seems to be one, really. This guy here is still a little swarthy. But yeah, you can change your eye color, you change, you know, the different hairstyles, and, you know, the different hair color. Now, what's weird about the hair color is that the hair color you can change on the hair and the face, but your eyebrow color doesn't change, which looks strange to me. Like, you know, you're dyeing your hair or something to your character versus it's their natural look. So like I said, if you went with all white, they had this sort of reddish brown eyebrows that don't ever change. So that's the reason why I kind of went with this hair color, because it seemed to match the eyebrows. But, you know, again, you can change your, you know, your different hair types and textures. You know, depending on what you like to go with there. You know, you can go bald, a little curly, you know, mohawk, type thing. You know, little punk there. This is another type of a mohawk. This is a cool one too, with the big rings on the back and the braids, kind of Nordic like. And got that, you know, some normal looking hairstyle. You know, so yeah, you've got choices as far as how you might want to go with your character. Of course, you can give markings, scars, and things like that. If you want to go with that, different types of earrings, piercings. You know, I kind of like this one here because it kind of glows. But yeah, so you know, you've got a lot of different customizations where you can personalize your character. Let's see here. What are we doing? We gotta check in over here. We're almost in.
Thanks again for getting the guy who killed poor Mr. Chang.
Hopefully one more reset should do it. If I don't die, gotta make sure I don't die.
I was hoping I'd see you around.
Well, need a vendor.
You be my vendor. Double on standard, gold on standard.
Go home!
Okay. This is level 9. Wait a minute. Compare these here. So 153. So it's anomaly power versus health. Let's keep the anomaly power actually, because or do I want the health? I don't know. Let me see what else I got first before I make that decision. Armor max health. Raggedy boots. 168 over 35. We'll leave it the way it is. Because like I said, I feel like with the world tier going up, I'm going to need that anomaly power to make sure I take these enemies out. So, anomaly surge, critical shot spawn an anomaly energy blast that deals 25 damage in a 1.5 meter radius. Okay. Automatic shotgun. Level 9. Level 6. Okay, let's do this. And then do something like that. There we go. That's what I want to do. And yeah, okay. So we'll sell that. That shall be sold for cash. Give me the cash.
You're drunk!
If you see Gutman, tell her I ain't paying no goddamn tariffs.
Good.
Ain't nothing free. Alter or not.
Give me the good stuff.
Man, I'm starting to have a brain fart. Did I just do that? Is that all I went up real well tier? I thought I would have went up further than that. I don't know.
If you see Gutman, tell her I ain't paying no goddamn tariffs.
You tell her yourself, dear Grandpa. Tell her yourself.
Good to see you again. You'll be pleased to know the hounds are still scared shitless to come around.
Still want to save a little bit more before I start buying. Unless it's epic, of course.
It ain't fair.
Move along, nothing to see here.
Yeah, I forgot to point out that they do drop this dude. Like I said, try to remember that. I'll show you.
What the hell is going on out there?
Looks like I should be able to hit this side. Take me out.
Now where's Jakob?
I think this run should do it. Am I at the top of World Tier 5? I think I am. Good. About time. The grind is real. You know, what I'll do is,
nice eyes.
Stop it at this point. And, because you can go back or forward once you've already completed a particular segment of the game. And,
Shira, I got Jakob out in one piece. He's on his way to you.
That old John just refuses to die. Well, you should come join us. We have some catching up to do.
The next character. Like I said, I think the next one I had planned to do was the Technomancer. That's going to be interesting to see how that goes. It's not quite can't be quite as rambunctious as you can be with the Devastator. But yeah, you can see the quality of the gear is definitely improved by getting this tier up. Actually, I think I'm gonna run the next one too, just you know, completionist type thing, just also to show the difference in the quality of the drops now that I'm at like the top of World Tier 5. And of course I need to do well not to die and ruin my progress. But this character will be ready to proceed with the rest of this main story and other subsequent side missions that are available for the demo.
They're saying the hounds got wiped out.
Tanks are dry. Hey, man.
Hounds got wiped out. Somebody was using some TP. Frankie. Frankenstein is my star.
Outrider, be careful out there. It's bad.
I'll see what I can do. Shira, I still got about 30 years of questions to catch up on.
Is that the Princess
So if you make it back in one
Shira?
piece, all the answers.
Six. 9. Man, I hate to give that up. Scouts. That. Oh, cool. Cool. Yeah, I'm still at it. I got one more mission to, well, it's a side mission to run. And then I'll be ready to progress with the rest of the game with this character. And like I said, I'm going to switch over to one of the other characters to level up after this. Bonus firepower. Anomaly power. Man, I hate to get rid of this. By the way, you do have a stat page on this, which is great. Like, a lot of games don't, you know. Like, I remember when Anthem came out, like, people kept complaining that there was no stat page, which was ridiculous. But yeah, if you switch out your weapon, it immediately will show the difference.
Some altar took them all out.
For, you know, what you're changing out as far as your critical damage, firepower, or whatever. And of course, you can compare your weapons to oh yeah, I understand. Yeah, I mean, you know, still though, you know, someone may decide to watch what you've recorded at a later date, and you know, for me, I record kind of almost for my own benefit. You know, it's like I want to preserve my gameplay.
They're saying the hounds got wiped out. I want to see if I can get my stuff back before somebody grabs it.
So, you know, of course, it's always nice when you have someone tuning in. You know, no doubt. At the same time, you know, again, you know, it's depending on your point for doing what you're doing. For me,
what about your daughter?
I like recording.
They took her too.
For preserving the memory of what I do. If that makes sense. Not necessarily for the fandom, but I don't know. I guess maybe my attitude about it keeps me from getting disappointed if people don't tune in or something. But oh, that's nice. Oh, let's see. Grants you 278 points of armor for each enemy affected by the skill. Oh, that's good. We'll take that. So these are terrestrial trousers. Gravity inflicts bleed on enemies damaged by the skill. Earthquake increases the skill base damage by 65. Oh, okay. Okay. That's nice. So yeah, see how this is highlighted in red? on the left, that means that I already have that mod in my inventory. That's what that represents. So right, yeah, if no one's in chat and you're still talking, which I do, you know, I narrate various different things because again, you never know who might decide to want to watch your broadcast at a later date, or even yourself. And you know, if you're reviewing your own work, it's like, oh, that's what I was thinking, and that's, you know, it's like I said, it's one way to preserve it, as well as, you know, make it available for others whenever they do decide to listen in and watch what you're doing. But yeah, it can kind of seem like you're talking to yourself if no one's in this stream, but you know, it's one way to keep it going. Sometimes I you know, I'm just not in the mood, and I do just broadcast, you know, unless someone comes in and wants to talk or something. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna break these things down. Break it down.
How the hell does the ECA expect traders to make do without government subsidies?
Let's see. Keep that. Right. And we're going to break that down. Right. We're going to break this down. And
other vendors are complaining I'm undercutting them. Suckers.
And again, when you select things to be dismantled, you can go down here and hover over the dismantle mark button, and it'll let you know all the resources that you're about to gain from breaking those pieces of equipment down, and of course the mods that you will gain. And again, you only need to farm for these mods once per character. I don't believe that, you know, the characters share mods, but you do have a stash where, like, you could put the mod on a weapon, or take a weapon or a piece of armor, or gear rather, and share it between your characters. But yeah.
How the hell does the ECA expect traders
right
to
on
make
there,
do
Our
without
Power,
government
right
subsidies?
on.
The insurgents took
So yeah,
everything I had left.
It lets you know.
What about your daughter? Can she help
that,
you?
They took her too.
Dismantling all that. And there go the mods.
Ain't nothing free.
You see.
Altered or not.
And again, now that I've broken down that mod, you see this says extra time, and then underneath the number 47, you see those 4 little squares. That means that I have that mod saved, and I don't need to break these boots down. I don't need to dismantle them. I could go ahead and sell them to the vendor because I already have the mod.
What you see?
And I'm, you know, unless of course you needed the materials that you could gain from it. But so, like, yeah. But I'm not hurting for materials, and the crafting is not available right now in the game. But you can see how to craft. They've got really good guides right here. Cool.
You heard?
So yeah, so like here's your crafting guide right here in the options section.
I know, I'm part of the cleaning crew. Never been happier scrubbing brains off the walls.
You know, explains everything to you in general, how to improve your rarity. You can raise your attributes, mod your gear, swap variants, level up items. I mean, it's a really robust crafting system to help, you know, specialize, cater your character however you'd like, which is really cool. Really cool. Alright, so we're going to do this last one here. Switch carriage.
Honor me, Altered. See what wonders I have for sale.
Another time, mister.
It.
Not much.
Shut up.
Now I'm gonna need to focus on
Think I
this
care?
because
He's about to off.
I don't
Who's
want to
ordered?
die and lose my progress in my world tier. That
Thanks
would not
again for
be
getting
very nice at all.
Hey, Shira. I got some business in Hound's
But yeah, I
territory.
remembered now. But
What
yeah, I
can you
don't know
tell
if
me
you
about
noticed.
their
I
leader,
pointed
this
out
guy,
how
Barker?
the bad guys were
He
dangling
fights
this
dirty,
guy over the
preying on
edge
the
right here.
innocent. His men are
But yeah, you'll
loyal
see that they
because
actually
they're
eventually
terrified of
dropped them, and so these are
You
the
let this
bad
guy run
guys that
things
were
inside your walls.
He's too well
causing
fortified at the
trouble.
bottom of the rift. I'm fighting one damn war already. I can't
And-
afford another.
Seems the Hound's
But the
about
guy
to
they were
use
dangling over the edge. See, here he is. They dropped him, and he definitely died. That's the big nasty pool of blood from his fall. The Hounds. Oh, very interesting. Making your own game. So you're a programmer or game designer? Very interesting. Kudos to you, and good luck in your endeavor there.
The Hound's hideout.
To be a game designer or programmer. All right, let me focus here. Oh, you're a programmer and a game designer. Wow. Very cool. Wow. Wow. That's awesome. Alright. Oh, so you're doing it on your own. Whoa, that's a lot of work. But I guess you get to, call all the shots if you're doing it on your own. You don't need to answer to anybody. You can do it at your own pace and make it exactly the way you'd like to with no compromise. Oh, medieval game. Oh yeah, I like medieval games. Yeah, I used to play for honor. I do enjoy like the medieval period in history as well. I've always been a big fan of the Arthurian legend, King Arthur and Knights of the Round Table type thing. But yeah, the medieval period of time. Let's see. check the chat in a second. Yeah, medieval history is cool, no doubt. Alright. Yep, so I am firmly at World Tier 5. Like I said, in the World Tier, I'll show you this. Click on World Tier here, and it gives you a description of, you know, the enemy level, drop item level, loot rarity modifiers, legendary drop rate modifiers, as well as, you know, the what you permanently unlock when you reach these levels. And you know, you can look ahead to see what's going on with it too. Oh, okay. Awesome. Open world, awesome. Yeah, that seems to be the way to go. You know, more so than not. This game is an open world, but they're self-contained sandboxes. But because of the nature of this, I mean, I think open world would probably be a bit, you know, almost too chaotic or something like that, I think. Especially when you try to co-op with other players. But, yeah, you definitely gonna have, you got a lot of work in store for yourself there, Hour Power. With the open world game, going at it solo. But like I said, you get to call your own shots. You get to, you know, you don't have to answer to anybody. You can do it at your own pace and have it the way you like it. Alright. That will do it for this level of this character. I'm going to go ahead and close out this broadcast and restart the broadcast with a new character. So I'm going to take like probably a 5-10 minute little intermission and restart the broadcast. Oh yeah, definitely. I played Assassin's Creed. Definitely. I played like, I think the first 3 or 4 of them. I didn't keep at it, but I definitely played the first 3 Assassin's Creeds. I definitely enjoyed it. Very cool concept. Oops, wrong way.
Good to see you again. You'll be pleased to know the hounds are still scared.
Is that what you're trying to go for your game there, an Assassin's Creed type thing?
Well, I was hoping I'd see you around these parts again.
Yeah, I watched a lot of the gameplay with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I didn't play it, but I definitely watched it. I had a friend of mine that liked to broadcast their gameplay. That's a nice shotgun. What's the price? $16.56. I could probably get that. I could probably get that. Especially if we sell that. Sell that. So, no, that's the bad one. Hold on. Sell that. If you want to break those down. Very cool. Yeah. Assassin's Creed was a lot of fun. I don't blame you. Okay.
Thanks again for getting the guy who killed.
So yeah, like I said, there, Our Power. I'm about to close this segment of a broadcast down and take a small intermission, and I'll be back in maybe 10, 15 minutes or something. But I really do appreciate you tuning in and chatting with me. It's been a pleasure. It's really good to meet you, and definitely want to encourage you to continue on with your programming and your game design. That's really awesome. Let's see here. Earthquake or Ground Crusher. Ground Crusher, right. So we'll dismantle that. See, that shows that it's in my inventory. Right on. Yeah, like I said, thank you as well. And let's see here. I'm gonna sell that. Shots pass through enemies whose health is below 50%, ricocheting to 3 enemies within 5-meter radius and inflicting burn. Huh. Oh, let's see this. Wait a minute. I didn't do that right. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Okay. And I think I just want to hold on with that just in case.
If you see Gutman, tell her I ain't paying no goddamn tariffs.
Discord, like the chats. I believe I understand what you mean by Discord. There are various different Discords, or it's not quite a blog site, but it's where people talk and chat. I believe I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I think so. I think I do.
He cheated!
How the hell does the ECA expect traders to make do without government subsidy?
Good to see you again. You'll be pleased to know the hounds are still scared shitless to come around here.
Is it 473? Goes down in firepower. Less damage. Looks better, but it's not as good as the one I have. 30 meters, 20 meters. 19 damage.
Thanks again for getting the guy who killed poor Mr. Chang.
Well, like I said, thank you for tuning in with me there, Our Power, and I will be back shortly. And like I said, I'm going to take a small break here and come back and level up the Technomancer. I think that's what we're going to do. Chill out for a sec. But let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, thank you for viewing, and I'll be back in about 15 minutes, maybe a little less. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you as well, sincerely. It's been a pleasure there. Our power. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and see. I have these other 3 characters here: the Trickster, the Technomancer, and the Pyromancer to do what I just did with the Devastator. So like I said, this is going to be my next one to do here when I come back. So I will end it at that point. At this point. All right. See you in a little bit. Thank you again.